You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Goddard versus Harrison.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Goddard, you and your mother claim the defendant, Damon Harrison, purposefully impregnated you to trap you, but has since avoided the responsibility of taking care of your daughter, Anila, since she was born.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
You're suing for a paternity test and for $900 for college expenses you lost when you were forced to drop out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harrison, you claim you've tried to get a DNA test for months because you know you are not Anila's father, and today's results will clear your name.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Goddard, why do you believe that Mr. Harrison purposefully got you pregnant?
Your Honor, I know that he purposely got me pregnant because he told me himself, Your Honor.
Did you get her pregnant on purpose?
Yeah, I got her pregnant on purpose, Your Honor.
You did?
Yes.
And why?
Because we were in love. We were planning to have a baby, but she didn't want to have it. She wanted to go to school. And
so let me understand something. If you say you got her pregnant on purpose, why are we here? Why aren't you claiming, honoring, and taking care of this child?
I know the child's not mine. Because
you say you know the child's not yours, and yet you also say you got her pregnant on purpose.
we were going together for a year. We were in love. So I decided, I wanted to start a family. So I tried to start a family in which I assumed that this baby is mine or not. I don't know, to be honest. She cheated on me, basically. She cheated on me with another guy. A couple of my friends walk up to me and they'd tell me that, she was cheating on you since the beginning of everything, since we've been going together. So I wanted to know if this baby is mine or not.
So you started hearing rumors?
Yes, a lot of rumors. Not just one person, not two, but multiple, a lot. So I wanted to know if this baby is mine or not.
Your Honor?
Yes, Ms. Goddard.
I admitted to Mr. Harrison that I had intercourse with another man as we were together, and he still proceeded through my pregnancy and the birth knowing that.
So you admitted that you had had sex with someone else?
Yes, I did.
And he stayed with you?
Yes, because he said he knew that was his child because he purposely did it, and he knows it.
I don't think you all understand that you can purposefully try to get somebody pregnant, but if you're sleeping with somebody else too, it could be the other person's. You understand that, right?
Yes.
You're saying, Ms. Goddard, this cost you the opportunity to go to college?
Yes, it did, Your Honor.
How?
I have here the payment that I made for orientation and the supplies also that my mom spent for me to go to college.
Jerome, may I see that, please?
And here, Your Honor, here's a defer from my college stating that I had to leave and they were going to give me a chance to come back in another year, but because I got pregnant, I could not go, Your Honor.
Jerome, hand me that other piece of evidence Ms. Goddard is handing you. This is an itemized list of college expenses, your dorm supplies, bedding, towels, personal care items totaling $400, and then a summer orientation fee of $500, which totals $900.
Correct, Your Honor.
All the things you've bought getting ready for college.
Yes.
This is the proof that you were actually admitted into school, but they deferred your admission because you weren't able to go.
Yes.
You're asking for those expenses and those costs to be returned to you because you feel like you lost them because Mr. Harrison got you pregnant on purpose.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mom, this is really difficult for you.
It's
because
very difficult.
Your daughter was on her way to college.
Absolutely. Not only was she on her way to college, my daughter had an extremely hard teen life. And she got in a lot of trouble in school. She learned her lesson. She turned her life around. She then went on to school, got on the principal's list, had honors classes, went forward to go to school, got accepted into Hartford. She paid her dues by taking responsibility for what she did, which he has lacked.
He said, why you gotta go to college for? You could go to college right here. Just go to a regular public school or whatever and just get it done like that. He didn't want me to go on campus, Your Honor. He didn't want me to do better for myself.
Your Honor, I don't remember saying any of that. All I know is, Your Honor, I know a lot of females that get pregnant and go to college. My cousin, she went to college
Let me just
and
say
stayed
this.
on campus while she was pregnant.
I heard a man say yes, he attempted to get you pregnant on purpose. What I also heard is you, a young woman, also say that I was sleeping around with him, but I also was sleeping around with another man, unprotected, the man that could potentially be the child's father as well. If you were serious about getting your education, you wouldn't have been engaging in those activities. Because women, young girls that live with purpose, conduct yourself in a certain type of way, and that includes protecting yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
He could not take away any opportunity you had unless you failed to protect yourself. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, granted, if that was his idea of creating a family, he's a compulsive liar.
Your Honor.
He's a compulsive liar. Not only was she going on to do better, he also lied and said he'd been trying for months to get a DNA test, and I know that firsthand that that's also a lie because I've been there.
Your Honor,
when they tried to do, no.
Go ahead.
I've been there when she's tried to do it. I've heard phone calls. I've had to coach her for trying to be there and be there for her child and not go down in the slump because he's not there to do what he's supposed to do. And because of that, I have to pick up the slack. I didn't get a hump, a bump, or a kiss, and none of that. So it's not fair that I gotta do it and he lay up like he the man. The devil is a liar, no.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You said you try to get her pregnant on purpose, and then when she actually has the baby, because you hear rumors, you don't step up, you don't provide for the child?
Your Honor, I was there when she gave birth. I stayed the night.
And then left.
I stayed
and
tonight.
never came back.
Your Honor, I stayed there, Your Honor.
I had to threaten you to come back. I called you on the phone and said, get your punk behind back here to this hospital right
Your
now.
Honor, that's after she had
And
the.
he slept
Your
the
Honor,
whole
that's
time
after
here, Your
she
Honor.
had the baby, Your Honor.
And let's not talk about the birth certificate. When you sign it, you'd rather go get high with your cousins and your friends than come there and sign the birth certificate.
Is that true, Mr.
Your Honor,
Harrison?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Let the Lord love you, because you know you're lying.
You
Your Honor.
overslept
I
for
overslept, Your Honor. and then
on the day that you were supposed to sign the birth certificate.
Yes, and I have my son.
Did you sign it?
Did I sign the birth certificate? No,
And to this date, you have not signed it.
I haven't signed it. I cut the umbilical cord. Nobody never came up to me. After that, they moved Anila to the incubator where she was, she was doing a little bad. They moved her there.
A little? He wouldn't know because he wasn't there, Your Honor. He wasn't there at all. I watched my baby go from
me right
a
there,
cold
Your Honor.
bed, and they had to throw her onto a warmer.
That's me, Your Honor. Right there. Why she had
But what happened afterwards? That you the first day. What about after that? It does not stop there. It doesn't stop there. And it's not fair to her to be without her father because you're selfish.
Your Honor,
That's not fair to her.
Your Honor, when I was born, my father
not
passed
fair.
away when I was a baby. I have a son. I have a 4-year-old son.
Take care of him.
I take care of my
Your
son.
mother takes care of
I
him.
pay child support for my
Your
son.
mother does
I
that.
take care of my
Everything, Your
son.
Honor.
Your mother
She
does
pays child
I take
support
care of
and
my
she
son.
Okay, all right, hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Harrison.
How would they know if I'm taking care of my son?
I was your girlfriend. We was in love, remember?
Okay, you was at the house. Where were you at all the time?
Watching your son when you were
Where were you
outside.
at all the time? Tell the truth.
All right. Let's get back to the child in question.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately, this does not add to our argument, and it only furthers questions in my mind, as if you were with a man that didn't take care of the child he already had, why would you have sex with a man unprotected where you could potentially get pregnant by him again
Yep.
and expect anything different to happen? When did these people tell you that she was cheating?
They told me after she had the baby.
I told him myself. I admitted to him when I first found out I was pregnant. When I first told him, I didn't tell him the guy's name. He went through my phone another time, and that's how he found out the guy's name, Your Honor.
I never found out the guy's name, Your Honor. I just found the text messages.
You went through the phone?
I went through
Yes.
the phone and I seen that she was talking to another guy and they was talking about having sex and they was talking about being together with each other.
Was this during the window of conception?
Your Honor, yes, it was. One day, Your Honor,
Okay.
yes. But I was sleeping with him before and after. And Your Honor, how I know? I marked down on the calendar myself when I was sleeping with Mr. Harrison. Not only that, Your Honor, yes, I did have intercourse with someone else one time because Mr. Harrison has cheated on me multiple times.
And it only takes one time, Your Honor.
I just wanted him to understand how I felt while he was doing it to me, Your Honor. Yes, it was wrong, and I do realize that.
What is this evidence you have?
I have a calendar where I marked off all the days before and after, Your Honor, when I conceived my baby.
Thank you, Jerome. All of these dates you have circled
Yes, Your Honor.
are dates that you were intimate without protection with Mr. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then the baby was born on November 6th.
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you intimate with the other guy?
On February 28th.
So February
It was the
28th.
weekend of my birthday, yes.
So now on February 28th is where you say you had sex with the other guy.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you end up hooking up with this other guy?
Because, Your Honor, as I stated, he has cheated multiple times. This was a friend of mine. I came to him and I confided in him and I started letting him know things that were going on. And me and this other gentleman, we had intercourse with each other, and that's how it happened, Your Honor.
How are you so certain Mr. Harrison is the child's biological father if you admittedly had sex with this other guy unprotected during the window of conception?
Your Honor, because me and Mr. Harrison had sex multiple times unprotected throughout the day, Your Honor. It was nonstop.
But you do acknowledge that there is a potential that this other guy could be your child's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm well aware of that.
So when you were pregnant, did you tell the other guy that I'm pregnant and you may be my child's father?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was his response?
He stopped talking to me. He wouldn't have no contact with me.
So ultimately, Ms. Goddard, you believe this man basically just ruined your child's life?
Yes, I do. I believe that she also, like you said, had a choice in that. But I think for him to do it intentionally, which makes it worse, because not only did you do it intentionally, but you just walked away. You came, you dropped your luggage, you didn't even unpack, you left the responsibility on her to do your dirty work. That's not fair. That's not fair. And it bothers me more than anything because I get it. I get it. As women, yeah, we should do better because it's us. And they walk away and don't take the responsibility. I had her. I was 16 years old. And this is the last thing that I would want for her to have to go through the same thing. Because to me, I consider it to be a generational curse. To go from child to child to child to have to deal with suckers like this. Excuse me, Judge. Sorry.
You used a word that I could live with. And so what are your hopes today?
I just want my daughter to know who her father is, and I want him to be there for her because I know what it's like to not have a father.
And how about you, Mr. Harrison?
I was raised without a father, too. My father passed away when I was a baby. And basically, I'm just trying to be a better guy. Just take care.
No, don't be a better guy. Be a better father.
I'm trying to be a
There's a
father to this
difference.
baby if this baby is mine.
Don't try. Do it. Do it.
So
Lady.
you're saying the loss of your father and living without your father in your life has affected you?
Yes, my mother had to be my father. My mother had to raise me by herself.
Fail.
She has a father. He's not dead. He's not gone. My father is gone. So I want to know, can I be a father to this baby if it is mine?
Do you know how to be a father?
Yes, I know how to be a father. I take care of my son. I take my son to the store. I take him to the park. I do everything for my son. I got him shoes and everything. Just because my mother helps me, that's called helping. My mother helps me to take care of this baby.
I can't tell you anything about his son. Anything about his son at all.
Every time Shanteria was over at my house, Shanteria could tell you she was always in the basement. My son was always upstairs. Either I'm with her, taking care of her, rubbing on her belly. I'm spending time with her and not spending time more with my son. So I realized I needed to spend more time with my son, so I started doing that. I started spending time with my son. My mother goes outside. She does what she wants to do. Simple as that.
And so ultimately, you saw the void not having a father left in your life. And you're attempting to break that cycle with your son. And will continue to try to do that, if I'm correct, if it's determined that Anila is your daughter.
Yes, I will continue to do that if Anila is my daughter.
And if she is not your biological daughter?
I will go to continue taking care of my son.
Okay. I think it's time for the results, and then I will rule on the lawsuit. Thank you, Jerome. Mm-hmm. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Goddard versus Harrison, when it comes to 8-month-old Anyla Harrison, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Harrison, you are her father. Now you know.
Yep, and I will be taking care of her, as a real man should.
So despite the arguing that has transpired today, the three of you have something in common, and that's Anyla. So from here, you've got to use that same energy that you used to cut each other down. You've got to figure out how to now build Anyla up. So, Ms. Goddard, you were suing for the paternity test, but also because you felt Mr. Harrison had prevented you from the opportunity to go to college by impregnating you on purpose. You haven't proven today that this man said in his mind, I'm going to purposefully get her pregnant for the specific purpose of keeping you from your education and that college opportunity. And let's be honest, even if he said he did, there was another man on deck. So for the reasons I stated, judgment is for the defendant. And I know that was an opportunity that you really wanted for yourself. And you will have to one day just simply own and say, no man can take away an opportunity that I give away because of my irresponsibility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And now you will have the opportunity to think differently as you get older and wiser. And you won't let that happen again, all right? Court is adjourned.